Or in forecast, and for that, time to check in with weather specialist Noor Rafat. Hey, Noor.
Hey, thanks very much, Amandalina. Well, it's the kind of day that's really refreshing to the soul. It's really beautiful to see the sun come out in the morning and actually last through the afternoon. And you can see it's not just sunshine, but even those areas that were hard hit by some lake effect bands or some lake effect snow earlier in the week, well, that started to die down, and pretty much everyone on this side from southwestern Ontario to the east seeing some dry conditions. Of course, we can't forget about the wind chill. That always adds a bit of a sting to the air, and that was the case today too. Not exactly warm, and for many actually below seasonal, and that includes in Toronto. 0 degrees. Our humidex values, I would say, are inaccurate here. It's about -7 with the wind chill in Toronto. Of course, colder as you head towards areas to the east into Quebec, where they're seeing snow continue for the second day, and along with that, accumulations up to 40 centimeters potentially for those Quebecers out to the east. Not seeing any snow on this map, and that will remain the case through the overnight. By tomorrow, periods of snow move into the province, but it'll mostly be for cottage country around Fort Erie and Niagara Falls. Areas like Owen Sound and Barrie could be seeing periods of very brief rain in the late afternoon and approaching the early evening. So certainly expecting dry conditions in the Toronto region, and something else that we are expecting, which hopefully will bring a smile to your face, these rapidly climbing temperatures, and by 11 p.m. tomorrow, 6 degrees for your high in Toronto. Not as much sunshine, but there could be a chance to see it. Amandalina.
Thanks, Noor. Joining us now is our Noor Rafat with a look at the weather forecast, and I think I speak on behalf of a lot of people when I say we are ready for spring.
Yes.
Is it coming anytime soon?
Yeah, well, there is some good news on that front, Amandalina, and I know we've been talking about wanting to go outside for a walk. It's been so difficult with the cold, with the wind. Yes, good news is on the way as early as next week. How warm will it get? Will it be flip-flop temperatures? I'll let you decide. Well, hopefully there's something in the forecast tomorrow that'll put a smile on your face. 6 degrees by 11 p.m. in Toronto. We wish it would have happened earlier in the day, but I guess beggars can't be choosers. I don't know. We're going to see some better days ahead over the next 7 days. Although for now, yes, expect those temperatures to get milder into the evening. And it's really the winds from the west-southwest that will help propel those temperatures upwards. Mostly cloudy conditions, but there could be a chance to see some sunshine. Now, we've been seeing some mild air creep in over the past little while, but there's also that area of cold air lingering in the north, and although it will remain for many communities up to the north, it won't stay stationary for the next 7 days. So while most of us are seeing mild conditions over a big chunk of that stretch, you can see there will be brief blasts or bursts of cold air as it makes its way down south, and on March 12th that puts us at about Wednesday, we're going to see some of that Arctic air return to Toronto. So it'll be a brief dip in temperatures for the course of a day, and then right back up to above seasonal just the following day. So it will be a quick adjustment, but we'll move on pretty quickly. Now, in terms of precipitation, hopefully we've got better news there. Well, for the cottage country in eastern Ontario, it's going to be periods of snow tomorrow and at times rain as well on the outskirts of that system. Dry, especially for southwestern Ontario, that we'll be looking at a lot of sunshine. Monday brings better conditions for many. A lot of sunshine, especially for areas around the lake, and that will be the case Tuesday as well. We're seeing a mix of sun and cloud, and it's going to be a beautiful stretch after not seeing that for a long time. There could be accumulation, though, with that snow moving in tomorrow. 8 centimeters in Ottawa towards the Bancroft region. Could be looking at 10 centimeters or so, so do watch out for that. -7, Muskoka, Kingston -6. Tonight, tomorrow, 3 degrees for our friends in Kingston. In Oshawa, 5, Cobourg 4, and 7s in Milton and Hamilton. Now take a look at that. 10 degrees by Tuesday, and then you've got another 12 by Saturday, and some sweeter spots in between as well. But the sunshine, I think, is something to smile about as well. Along with that, that cool air, be mindful of that cool air on Wednesday, +1 degree, but back again to +6 by Thursday. If you're feeling lucky with the forecast, maybe you're feeling even luckier with The jackpot. Tonight's Lotto 649 Gold Ball jackpot is an estimated $26 million, plus the classic jackpot of $5 million. Buy tickets in store or at olg.ca. Please play responsibly. 18 plus.
Time to check in with weather specialist Noor Rafat. Hey, Noor.
Hey, thanks very much, Amandalina. Well, a spectacular morning, afternoon, and now a spectacular evening and a beautiful skyline courtesy of our Toronto Harbour Cam. It is -5 degrees just now outside the Toronto airport, and that's a tad bit cooler than what we saw earlier today, which is a whopping 1 degree, 2 degrees, even 3 degrees out in southwestern Ontario, and that is our first glimmer of hope that warmer and milder, more spring-like temperatures are ahead as early as next week, and trust me, they will be worth your while. For now, though, we are looking at some bands of snow closing in near Huron County, and we're seeing those bands ramp up in areas like Goderich, a bit on the heavy side just now at this hour. We are expecting more of that snow, especially for cottage country tomorrow and the east, and that will come in waves overnight into the morning and then again into the late afternoon and early evening. And there could be some rain on the side or the tail end of this system almost, and it could be impacting areas like Owen Sound, Barrie very briefly, potentially maybe into areas like Pickering before it moves out. So what does this mean for the Toronto region? Well, we are expecting mostly dry conditions come tomorrow, but you will see a difference when it comes to the cloud cover. Certainly a lot cloudier with those skies. But I think I just drew your attention to something else, the rapidly climbing temperatures. Those will be a big story tomorrow, +6 your high, a big story in the days to come as well. We'll talk about that more in the full forecast. Amandalina?
Thanks, Noor. Joining us now is our Noor Rafat with a look at the weather forecast. Now, some of us are on the tail end of this winter. We're enjoying it, while others are hoping for spring-like conditions.
Yes.
I'm not going to name names, but some of us can't wait for spring-like conditions.
Okay, you've named a name there. But
I didn't say it.
I think there's a lot more people just like you, Amandalina, the person waiting for spring. And it will be on its way come next week, with some even seeing some double-digit temperatures. Well, expecting some big changes as early as tomorrow in Toronto. Those temperatures on a rapid climb. 6 degrees by 11 p.m. We wish it was earlier, but this is what we get. And we'll get more of these days in the next 7 days, although it won't be always mild all the time. We have been seeing that mild air creep in, but we've also been seeing the areas of cold air lingering around the north. And this is an area where we really want to watch for, because it will be dependent on that Arctic air into how many days we get to see some mild conditions. Although tomorrow is a good day in Toronto, watch what happens. We'll see tiny bursts of this air over and over across parts of the country, and this right here means we could see that Arctic air make its return March 12th, so the middle of the week come next week, which means you'll see those temperatures rapidly change in a matter of 24 hours, sliding down but then recovering pretty quickly. So make sure you're ready for those adjustments when you have to make them. Snow on the way, as we mentioned, and that will mostly affect North Bay, Peterborough, our friends in Bancroft and Tweed, out towards Kingston. The heaviest totals, or the heaviest activity rather, being in the evening, with some rain on the outer bands of this system. Monday rolls around and we're seeing significant improvements. It's going to be gorgeous for mostly everyone around the lake by the afternoon. Periods of flurries could be possible once again into cottage country, but very brief. And Tuesday brings some spectacular conditions, especially for those out in southwestern Ontario. Though they will see some wall-to-wall sunshine at some point during the course of the early evening, and that could extend all the way towards the GTHA as well. So there is accumulation thanks to that snow come tomorrow. 13 centimeters in Ottawa, could see around 10 towards North Bay, also 8 to 10 around the Bancroft region. And then we're going to see some melting occur when those temperatures start to climb at some incredible rates, like in Windsor. 12 degrees with a lot of sunshine come tomorrow. Not everyone is lucky, but 8 in Hamilton, and Bradford is pretty spectacular as well. 5 for our lovely viewers in Caledon, and 4s in Belleville and Cobourg. 7 in Toronto tomorrow, and 8 by Tuesday. Here is that Arctic air making its return, very brief. By Thursday, back to 6, and then it's 9, and then the double digits by Saturday.